Greg and Ange, they talk about anime, they scream and shout on shows you've never seen or heard. They're all awesome, please take their word. This cast ain't all it seems to be, between just you and me. Guess it's all an anime daydream.
こんにちは。私のExorsisters.
Probably racist. I'm still not sure, but that's the best I can remember the line.
I don't remember signing up for this.
You don't remember signing up for racism?
I don't remember signing up for a lot of things involved with this. I gotta speak with my lawyers.
The fact that signing up for anything and lawyers is ridiculous, Angela. Welcome to Anime Daydream, where we
Hi,
don't believe
everybody.
in lawyers.
Hi, this is Angela.
I'm also Greg.
It's not also Greg, it's just Greg.
That's deep. That's deep.
Why is that deep?
I mean, if I'm... No, you're right. I just... Challenging you. Challenging language.
What, are we gonna now go to a podcast fight?
No, we're not here about languages. We're here about...
Apparently we are, because we started out the episode with shitty-ass Japanese.
With me forgetting the phrase, looking the episode up again, and trying to quote it from memory by playing it and then going like, go, record me. But yeah, my memory, not good. My Japanese, worse.
Yeah, how is everybody in Anime Daydream Land?
We'll wait for an answer. Good.
I hope you wrote in the comments.
I hope we get a lot of I'm fine comments in this one. Or my day was shit.
I hope that we don't get any my day was shit.
No, I mean like that. But
I hope everybody's doing good. I guess just a couple of updates on our front. So, as of this recording, we do now have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about getting on us iTunes stuff too, but yeah, that's our main outlet
Yeah,
right
so
now.
if you just search Anime Daydream on YouTube, you'll be able to find us.
We're like one or two, as I recall.
We don't have a custom URL yet, but once we do, we can give that out.
I could read it, but it's gonna be like 0K6 and crap like that.
Yeah, so just Google that.
Yeah, just Google.
I am working on
I'm not sure you're listening to us, but what?
I am working on a Facebook page, so if we get that, we will edit that into the YouTube videos in the description.
Yeah, you'll probably be aware of all of these by this time.
Yeah.
And,
we're just doing some final prep work, and also an updated news, because as of last episode, we weren't sure, but we are going to be doing a panel at PsychoCon 2017.
free passes, sweet stuff. For poking at fans and going, what anime do you want to see?
Yeah, we, so long as everybody's okay with it, we spoke with the chairman, and he said that we can record. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we will be having that episode.
Unless anyone doesn't want to be, for some reason.
Yeah.
Assuming that rodeo comes out okay, which it should.
We'll try it out. Hopefully we'll have that episode for you guys too. But yeah, come see us at PsychoCon 2017. We are going to be Sunday afternoon, I believe, at 3 o'clock. I don't know what room yet.
Did you give us a date just there, or did you just say it's Sunday? Cause
I think it's August 19th.
That's probably...
Yeah, I don't even know if this will go up in time.
No, unless we start shuffling these things around, we've got like 5 at least more episodes to go.
Yeah, we're still in the backlog phases, so...
Well, it should always be, I think.
But yeah, we're making progress finally, guys.
Yeah.
Give us some kudos.
5 subscribers.
I think we have 6.
Probably more, yeah. But that's not our number. But...
So anyway, that's in regards with news. I was thinking maybe of every week I could do a little bit of an update on my anime corner.
In terms of real animes, or...
We always talk about real animes,
I mean real as in like, well, he's not a real wrestler, he uses steroids, talk, like, the technicalities.
Yeah, just my 5-minute update on what I've been doing anime-wise.
You do that, and I'll be in the background mispronouncing Japanese some more. Go.
Recently I've... Recently, I was on vacation. Oh my god.
So just not, because I'll steal the show by being 1/10 of your volume some more.
I'm too cute. Well,
I've used up all of my Japanese.
Anyway, so right now we are in the thicks of the summer 2017 anime season, and people have been asking me, Angela, what are you watching this season? What are you like?
I haven't.
My friends have. As if you give a fuck about what I watch.
I'm there to watch, like, half of what you watch.
So, anyways, my highlights for this season so far have been Fata Practica, obviously, because that's part of the Fate Stay Night franchise, and everybody knows Saber is my waifu.
Tape Moon, or...
Right.
Yeah.
Based off the novel. Kagegurui, which is the crazy gambling anime with the crazy sexy faces.
Is that what it's about? I keep seeing those things.
Yeah. It's a school about gambling, and if you lose all your money, you basically become a pet. And you have to work yourself back up. And Welcome to the Ballroom, which is about ballroom dancing, Latino dancing. It just has really good animation, and
Would you
it's a fun
say it's
show.
a spiritual follow-up to Yuri on Ice?
I wouldn't say it's a spiritual follow-up to Yuri on Ice, because Yuri on Ice was more...
Super gay.
Not only that, but it was about people who were already involved in the figure skating world, as in comparison to our main character in Welcome to the Ballroom. He had no prior experience.
Oh, it's more of a ice shield.
Yeah, he had no experience in ballroom dancing, but he kind of got dragged into it and is learning his way up. Because in Yuri on Ice, Yuri was already involved in skating, but he was failing and pretty much quitting, so this is kind of the opposite.
Was that how Food Wars worked too? Was he already a cook when he got there, or is he also ground up?
He was cooking with his dad, but his dad was a famous chef, so they went to...
He was a well-trained rookie.
Yeah, for a restaurant, but his dad went away, so he wants to take over his dad's restaurant, so his dad said to go to this school, and so he's been going to that school and trying to work his way up the ranks in the school for Food Wars.
Mhm.
So that was also working from the ground up, basically, because at the very beginning, he's like, I'm gonna be number one. Everybody got mad at him, but like they're accepting Soma-kun because he actually does have skills. He can talk the walk.
Oh, Soma.
That's his name.
I know.
So yeah, those are my 3 recommendations so far for summer 2017. If that changes, I will let you guys know. Write in the comments what you are watching this season and if Angela should watch anything. Greg's tastes are a little bit more selective, but I'm willing to give anything a shot, so feel free to put in the comments anything I should watch, and I'll talk about it for 5 minutes.
I'm basically leaning over your shoulder all the time, phasing in and out, and then settling in for the shonen stuff.
Yeah, and if you guys like this segment of the show, let us know. If you want me to shut up, I guess let us know too.
If you're like, get on with the obscurities and obscenities, here we go.
No, any feedback's appreciated, but I just know I get asked this question a lot amongst my peers, so...
Yeah, some people like...
I'm almost up to 700 completed animes.
Well, you know what? Some people like the mainstream animes, but there are shows that can only come here to hear about.
Right, so we're gonna cover it all in this little package.
Mm.
So anyway, that's all our news in my little anime segment, so... let's get on with the meat of the show, which is, Gregory?
Exorsisters.
Yeah, we did not create that title, ladies and gentlemen.
It was a weird fan thing because the torrent was like mislabeled and it was just in kanji, so I couldn't tell you how they actually called it or if they just actually called it Exorsisters spelled out in kanji, but that was just how they pronounced it. That was the subtitle for the title sequence.
Yeah, and that was
when the little the thing I yelled at the beginning of the thing was
what our main protagonist says.
Yeah, one of our protagonists.
Oh yeah, I guess technically we have two. We have
The sisters, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're quote unquote sisters. They're actually half sisters, so
But they both had a...
that way people can still, do the shipping wars if they will.
yeah, that's how they do. The mom was psychic, right? Or was a Shinto priestess, and they went out of their own way.
And their dad was a Englishman magician.
Yeah, that's presumably where...
That's where they get
they're
their blonde...
sisters, so...
One has blonde hair and big boobs. The other one has black hair and is flat-chested. So, you know how that goes.
Yeah, you get your tomboy and your motherly type. But, well, the magician was the dark-haired little one's father, because they're half-sisters, as you said.
Right.
I think the corporate guy was Big Sister's dad.
Well, let's go ahead and... So we have Maribel and we have Kaguro. Maribel is the blonde-headed, big-boob, ditzy one, half English, and Kaguro obviously is the more Japanese-looking one with the black hair and flat chest.
Yeah, Kaguro and Maribel, right?
Right. So basically the synopsis for the show is these two sisters run a exorcist business. They, even though, newspapers are going extinct, they have their small, advertisement in the local newspaper that they actually do get a couple hits a week.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, no.
I assume some word of mouth goes from that, but I guess people who believe in ghosts are also old-fashioned for the most part. But
yeah, that's true. We have seen a couple episodes with elderly people.
But yeah, the point being of
Maribel, the half English, she does break into English periodically as she.
Yeah. So I guess as point of reference, think of Mari from Love Live Sunshine, who always goes. She always sticks random English words into her sentences. If you don't know who Mari is, just Google Mari Love Live Sunshine. You'll get the gist of it. She also has blonde hair.
And she's our busty blonde business type, as it were, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kind of have their talents split through the business, and
and Kaguro's very jealous of Maribel.
Yeah, but
in numerous ways.
I had the hunch Maribel is in slight ways, but
Maribel's not self-aware of it.
She's not very open about anything. She's the there's a word for it, but like the kind of red oni blue oni, I think, where just one's very chill and one's very hyper.
Yeah, so Maribel's definitely the hyper one out of the two.
No, Maribel's the business one. We were saying. What are you? Hang on a minute.
No, Maribel's the one that is half English, Gregory.
Yeah, but that makes her the busty blonde one. Who
right,
also...
she's the dit.
Oh, she's the... Wait. Yeah, okay, Kagura is the business-like Japanese one.
Correct,
okay,
yes.
Yeah. And Maribel has the psychic talent.
Yes. So that's why Kaguro's so jealous. Because she wants her bust and she wants her psychic talents. And Maribel's like... doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah,
just does whatever she...
Yeah, Maribel is the shonen protagonist character who's like, yay, just go get him! To the point where she literally has an admitted ghost fetish. Or we're not positive if it's sexual, but she definitely has like a way to into her work personality. Where she's just like, yeah, it's a ghost, let's get him!
Yeah, she doesn't really have any kind of danger sense or anything. She's a real ditz. So it was funny in the one...
We compared her to the mom on Kiriro Gunzo.
Yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Sergeant Frog.
Sergeant Frog, yeah, where she's like, oh, I love aliens, they're slimy and gross and they lay eggs in your chest. And like...
Yeah, so I think she's a real fangirl of the supernatural. While Kaguro's all business, she wants to make the money, she wants to get the boobs, she wants to get the psychic powers. Yeah.
I mean,
she has a lot... No, she doesn't. She has a lot of breast envy.
Wait, no, you were saying Maribel.
Maribel's the one that has the big chest. Kaguro has the chest.
Let's lay this down real quick. What's Maribel have going for her? She's half American, or half British, correct?
Right. Yes.
She's the blonde one, right? Because they got their names crossed all the time. They didn't refer to each other very often.
She's the ditz with the big boobs and the psychic powers, and Kaguro's the flat-chested Japanese business one who has to kind of keep her in check.
Right. Yeah.
Sheesh, Greg, watch your anime.
Kaguro's the tall, older one, though, right? Also.
Right. There's about a 2-year age difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. Stop. Maybe I didn't watch the.
Why you mixing up your waifus?
I don't waifu this, but maybe I didn't watch the whole series this time.
Maybe you did it. What do you mean you didn't watch the whole series?
What do you mean you didn't watch the last fucking 5 series we watched all the way through, and I had to walk you through it?
I finished what I start.
No, that's not true. I mean, if you do, you don't do it before we record. Like, you've been like, no, I quit. Like I dropped episode 2 on me a few times now. But
Kaguro kind of has a butt, so, you know.
Yeah. Maybe
That's
he's
how that
taller,
works.
so he's got.
Yeah, I guess we should have said this in the beginning, but it's a little bit of an ecchi series.
Yeah, the clothes get blown off, kind of stuff. But
Yeah, so. And sometimes Kaguro has to grab Maribel by the boobs to keep her in check.
And Maribel will just outright try to like glomp ghosts and such, and gets overly slimy and things. Boys. Yeah, that's kind of their crux. Also,
And this was a pretty, I guess we should have went to the length, but it was just a short 6-episode OVA series.
yeah, it was an OVA series. Also worth mentioning, Maribel has all the power, basically.
And this was based off of a light novel.
Might not one of those again. Right.
Yep.
Didn't know where it came from, but I could get.
Greg doesn't even know who he is today, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know who.
I guess I have to carry the boobs in this relationship.
Well, that's yes, true, like, factual.
I guess today Greg is the Maribel and I gotta be the Kaguro.
I'm all piss and vinegar today. Yeah, the Maribel is also all the talent, I will point out, and that she has all the.
And she doesn't realize that she has the talent, though. So typical.
Well, it's part of how and why she can glump ghosts, and she's very resilient to their powers.
We mean that literally, folks, not figuratively. Literally, like jumping on ghosts, and she doesn't phase through them either. So.
Yeah, Kagura can like put up minor barrier stuff, but she's mostly just like see them.
She's pretty much like Inuyasha.
Kagome?
Not Kagome, the other girl. Kikyo, right.
Kikyo was the priestess. Is that
right.
what you're talking about?
Yeah, she's pretty comparable to Kikyo in that sense. Like, you know, bow and arrow, talismans.
Yeah, it's Shinto. I think that's all.
Yeah, very Shinto-esque.
She knows the stuff. She's not as like, yeah, I'll blow up my mind, Mob Psycho style.
But she definitely can help Maribel get out of sticky situations.
Well, she's mostly the reality basis of the series. She, basically, like, I thought the joke early on that Maribel tried it herself for a while before she got her sister in on it, and it was like basically a Charlie Brown like psychiatrist lemonade stand thing, where she's like, "We'll bust ghosts 500 yen," and like.
But Maribel can also, like, lift ghosts up in the air if she wanted to.
She's got crazy powers for ghosts, yeah. Like, she can't do much to people, it seems like, but,
So, yeah, theoretically, she has this fetish for ghosts, and theoretically she could bang a ghost, but Kaguro knows that's a bad idea because it's kind of disrupting the dead, so she has to always make sure that she doesn't do something stupid.
That she does bang. Yeah, she traps them and then, like, gets them in a headlock or whatever, and then, Kaguro's like, alright, that's enough, and bashes them, but the talisman, but, it's implied from just how the breath Maribel is that she just, like, gets off on ghosts in general, like...
Yeah, she totally has that type of face and is, like, foaming at the mouth and stuff.
And, like, thumbs up and, But yeah, so Kagura largely handles the business and people end of things, and then lets her loose like an attack dog just to go, like, yeah, I'm gonna get him, and,
yeah, so I
then
guess...
she, like, goes up to the person afterwards, like, okay, that'll be this much, like, 4,000 yen, whatever.
Yeah. So this was obviously pretty episodic, especially since it was only 6 episodes long.
There was like an overarching thing they kind of hinted at a little bit each
And
time.
5 and 6, yeah, we kind of
Yeah,
had.
there was kind of like, well, that's weird. Got it early on, never kind of finding out why by the end of it.
Do tell us why, Gregory.
Why the whole ghosts are happening, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was I think called Jiangxi, the Chinese vampires, hopping vampires. One of those is going around disrupting various shrines and temples and things in the area that are messing with it, and basically becomes a problem in that he has a physical body instead of just being just a ghostman. So he's using like karate on them by the end of it, which Kagura actually pulls up being more useful in a bout against. Yeah, he's kind of got like vague eventual spirit things, and they kind of like make fun of him for it. But they finally found out, they're like, "That's it, what a nerd."
Yeah.
Like they
Turned out to be not that big of a deal.
Kagura also is the very cool-headed one. Doesn't show a lot of emotion at all. Even when she kind of like gripes about the boobs, she's just like, alright. This sucks.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for her to a point.
But she's also like making all the money, it sounds like.
True.
It's not clear Maribel cares about that at all.
The Maribel really doesn't need money, so. Cause
Because she's kind of super old school in that she hunts for food in the woods until like Kagura tells her like, that's illegal, you can't do that here.
She really doesn't know much of anything, to be honest.
Nope, because she can just punch ghosts in the face.
But I really enjoyed the first episode where we got the first ghost that was a handsome dude ghost that was haunting a model agency because he died at the agency from not eating, so he haunts the agency and all the other models in vengeance, so they had to kind of calm him down.
Yeah, it was like crashing the catwalk under them and stuff, but yeah, so they emptied the studio and Maribel flipped his shit for handsome ghost needing thirsty for that ghost D.
Yeah, it's our first
for the ecto cooler.
Yeah, it's our first time that Maribel.
Well, it's the first time they met a ghost that we saw.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, it's the first time she Berserk charges after him and freaks the ghost out.
But I also
And he's like, "Oh, so I can't be touched." And then she like tackles him through a wall.
yeah. But it's also kind of endearing when they do get the ghost though too, because they kind of have to figure out their lives and figure out how to make them rest in peace.
Yeah, that's generally the best way they have to pin them down. If Maribel isn't just brute force like we see in some of the shorter bits.
And for him, it was just Kagura used her money to throw on a stage performance for him one last time, where he got to model some new clothes, and that made him happy. So.
And got some people like gave some of the management there talismans so they could see him and. You just generic applauded him, and he.
Yeah. I thought it was funny at the end though when he was at the runway and he was all happy, smiling, and Maribel was gonna jump up on the stage and he just vanished, so she fell flat on her boobs.
Yeah, just wow.
And then the cameras kept flashing.
Of her boobs like swallowing her own face. Yeah.
Yeah, so I enjoyed the first episode the most, I think. What about you?
Let's see. I think the one where they fought a Cerberus in like episode 4, I want to say. Where it was the ghost dog.
Yeah.
And they cast that one pretty easily, but it's got like 3 more heads, and they're like, oh shit, and it becomes like almost Tom and Jerry-ish of them like trying to catch it all around town. It's just, and it keeps like getting like rallies armies of dead dogs and cats and stuff to also get them. Which it's just like Maribel just like rampaging through like, yes, I get to fist fight a dog.
Yeah, Maribel was not interested in kissing the dog, so that was good.
Well, she was interested at first, as being like, yeah, ghost dog has never been heard of, and then like bit her and shook her around like a toy, and she's like, "Oh no, that's it, punching time." Let's see. I guess as usual, the OP and opening ending. Any of those grab you?
I like the ending theme, which was it had a lot of Japanese instrumentals, and it was just kind of them chibi side-scrolling and blasting ghosts.
Yeah, and what's it? Kagura right behind her, like gathering money from random like shadowy people.
And she's just bouncing around chibi style. I thought that was pretty cute.
Yeah, the opening was kind of like your basic, almost kind of bebop.
J-pop.
Yeah. What was that?
It wouldn't be Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, no, that was
just like your generic J-pop opening.
Yeah, nothing really has a Cowboy Bebop soundtrack for the most part, except for Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Yoko Kanno's done some other soundtracks since then, but
I don't know, like probably your old like mobster shows did a lot of jazz also, but.
So alright, so Maribel versus Kaguro, go.
I love the titties, but like tall girls tends to go with it. I think Kagura a little more.
Yeah, I was also gonna say Kaguro too.
Waifu war's over. Everyone go home.
No, now we're just gonna get flames in the comments about Maribel's best girl. How dare you? Shut up.
Superior English cats.
I just kind of felt bad for Kaguro because she was the backbone of everything but didn't get the credit that she deserved.
Well, she was like the face, basically, and then Maribel was the muscle, so like everyone was impressed by Maribel, but she got all like the actual work done, ran the office and all that.
Yeah, Maribel, there was like a 5-minute segment where Kaguro was trying to show Maribel how to run the office stuff, and she was just like psychically throwing computers around the room, papers around.
Yeah.
And she just basically had to drag her out of the office and sit her outside.
With her foot stuck in a wastebasket.
And be like, sit.
Well, then there was also the one that kind of like worked apart for a while, where they had to like split up on that one job with the twin ghosts. And
that was episode 2, yeah.
There was also the Kagura being like, "All right, no, out of the office for a while. I got work to do," and like had like a fast forward montage of her just like doing legit work and just being really quiet until Maribel like bursts back in like, "I found the ghost," and she's like, "Oh, thank God, I'm so bored." And like they any frustration or like obnoxiousness is just like they're cool with each other. They're very on board as half.
And I think they bonded a lot by episodes 5 and 6 with doing those assassins. Correct?
Yeah, with all the Zhang-Shi's guys. But even when he got into the final arc, he was kind of always like second half of the episode kind of stuff.
But at one point, Maribel got captured by one of the Zhang-Shi, and Kaguro got really worried.
That's where you also kind of find out that she also knows like karate. It's just not very useful on ghosts, but hopping zombies are a lot more practical for her.
Yeah, but she got really scared that she was gonna lose Kaguro.
You had her like. She had that weird thing where she still has her poker face, but has also, like, cartoon tears coming by the end of it, just waterfalls.
Yeah.
I think I've told you about the way my buddy, my friend Colin, had like, the weird, like... he didn't watch any anime until One Piece with him. And he was just like, "Is that what reaction faces are?" I'm like, "No, like, the crocodile teeth are pretty original to One Piece," and then ultimately he went to me like I said something like weird like, "I don't want to go to lunch today" or something. He's like, "What?" And he mimed shooting himself in the head and like dying. I'm like, "What? Why is that? Why are you killing yourself?" He's like, "Is that an anti-reaction thing?" I'm like, "No." What gave you that?
No, but yeah, once Kaguro got Maribel uncaptured by the Zhang-Shi, I enjoyed that action sequence at the end of episode 6 where they just teamed up and blasted/punched all the Zhang-Shi.
Blasting ghosts, punching zombies, yeah.
And
she would punch them around, like
and the
tag with her spell.
Rock soundtrack came in the background.
Yep.
And yeah, she would Kagura tag them and beat them up, and then Maribel would be right behind her to bust the ghost of them. Which I think they used like the term "bust" a few times with ghosts, but they never
Ghost busting.
Yeah, they never yelled that all out. But yeah, she'd be like "busted" or something.
Yeah, in English.
Yeah. Maribel, I liked her English. That's always a fun little touch. That was like one of my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's like always something that's.
You like that trope?
I do. I'm just saying it's not my absolute favorite, but I loved those parts in Azumanga Daioh where they're learning English and it comes up of if they don't understand it properly.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot in just a short span of 6 episodes.
Yeah, they were like 45 minutes or 40 minutes, something like that, so...
You want to talk about any supporting characters?
There weren't, like, a lot of consistent ones, as I recall. There's the cabbie they keep going with.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about him.
Let's see, that was... the J in it. Junoichi, I want to say? Junoichi-kun? Yeah, he kind of just like happened to keep pulling in front of them and just be... It's never clear how aware he is of them. Just being just like, ghost shit, okay, whatever. Like, I guess they just didn't... I guess they don't have a car, but I guess it's also not practical in Japan. Assuming that's where they were, it was never actually made 100% clear.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, it was safe to assume. Or pseudo-fantasy equivalent. I don't know about you. Like, the ghosts, obviously, we went through the assassins.
I enjoyed the grandma. Their grandma that they live with, because basically they live in this big old Japanese house with Maribel, Kaguro, and their grandma. Since their mom is, working overseas and stuff, doing her thing.
And they live, and she was the... Was she a shrine lady too, like their mom? Or?
I don't think it was ever explicitly stated, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she was some kind of Miko.
Well.
But she's always smacking Maribel in the tits with the fan because Maribel acts up and tries to eat extra rice.
And when the first time it happens, when she's kind of sassy, Kagura gets on the butt. She gets the butt fan.
But she pretty much is like the backbone to their family.
Like she kind of just like scolds and judges and smacks him and is like, this isn't how.
No, but she's like, she makes him go and do stuff. Like she was the one who gave him the idea to do the advertisement in the paper. And she's the one that decides
why no one gets papers about old ladies.
Right.
So.
And she's the one that decides how much they're gonna be charged per thing, and she gets a cut of it. So.
Yeah, that was weird that she gets a cut of it. But...
I mean, she's running the household. I don't see why they can't give the granny some money.
I mean, if she owned the house, which it sounded like she did, I don't know what she needs it for, as long as they keep making dinner, but...
Old lady shit. Old ladies need money too, man.
Where's my old lady pants, he says. Getting on my old lady pants. And gets her big old, poofy, presumably Shinto pants, but
basically she tries to make Maribel more self-aware and Kaguro trying to lighten up a little bit. So, I just thought she was a cute little...
Well, Kagura had the whole, catchphrase going up, I am lightening up, but she's, staring dead-faced at the camera.
But I don't think the grandmother was, aware of how strong Maribel or Kagura was, though.
Yeah, she probably figured they were, doing a reality show, basically, but,
yeah.
Which was a cool one where they went in disguise as that to get to the actual ghost. What was it about? And then we find out late in the...
That was the beginning of episode 5 before the Zhang Shi came out, yeah.
No, but maybe, mid-episode 2, I think it was, where they, they bust some whole string of ghosts, and they go out, celebrate drinking, and find out Kagura is just so stoic that she downs 5 beers and just doesn't blink.
Yeah, these aren't teenagers. These are, I guess we should have said that in the beginning, but they're grown women.
Well, yeah, apart from titties, Maribel looks kind of almost lolly-ish, but
At least college age.
Yeah, she looks like a high school girl, kind of. Kagura looks clearly adult, despite only being a little bit older. That's probably the clothes to it. Maribel's much more like put on my dress and my shorts kind of thing, or a skirt sometimes.
Yeah. But yeah, so I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it didn't.
It was a fun thing to watch in the summer because, you know, summer's usually associated with ghouls and goblins and scary stuff, yeah.
That sounds like a much more fall thing. Are you sure you're not thinking of fall?
No, a lot of people like to watch scary movies in the summer.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like who?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't watch scary movies, but I know it's a thing.
Alright.
That's why Hellgirls are only airing in Japan right now.
Hellgirl!
I never watched any of the seasons because I don't watch spooky anime, but...
I don't know what that is, but
yeah, I kind of want to go read the light novels if there's any translations out.
yeah, we might be able to dig deep. We might be able to do a manga light novel sometime on here, maybe, but... yeah, or anime daydream. I don't know if we should...
Then we would have to change our title to Anime, Manga, and Light Novel Daydreams. That's kind of wordy.
Yeah, maybe we can find like a game. The fact that we're finding obscure animes also makes it weird if we were to find games for it, because that would mean it's popular at all.
Yeah, not necessarily.
What's some popular anime that got a game?
No, I'm sure I could think of one.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's gotta be like Fairy Tail.
I mean, there's also Fairy Tale's popular.
Yeah, but it's only kind of like barely getting its way over here, I think.
No, American popularity and Japanese popularity are two different
that's kind of my point.
cans of words.
That's kind of what I'm going for. Was like there probably was a game that was big enough in or a show that was big enough in Japan that like it came over as a game that we were like, what is that?
And there are plenty of games that get pachinko machines in Japan too. So,
what would you think would go into a Exorsisters pachinko machine? What would be like the pinball bonus stuff going on? Would it land in Maribel's cleavage or something like that?
I guess they would just go around busting ghosts and earning money to get new costumes for them.
How do you make a themed pachinko machine anyway? Is it like if you get a certain score, you get a cutscene? Is it like certain spots activate events up there? Do you know?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, so anybody who knows pachinko machines, leave a comment.
I know pinball machines really well.
Yeah, it's not that. These are like special machines.
I imagine something like if you get a high enough score, like Kagura's suddenly got like big boobs on the screen, but then she pulls it out and like all these pachinko balls fall out that you got in there. I imagine like pinball where like if you get in certain spots, it will like lock and it will give you a little like 8-bit light screen up there or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't played pinball in a while though.
I like pinball.
I assume they aren't popular anymore.
No, I think
arcades?
they still are. There's that Marvel pinball. Marvel pinball, I'm pretty sure you can get that on PS4.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like electronic games and mobile games, not MOBAs, has
Oh, and Final Fantasy, the new Final Fantasy, there's a pinball game in that.
Oh, minigame?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fucking in Duke Nukem Forever, there was a pool minigame.
Yeah, so people still like it.
Pinball one too. I forget, but
Alright, I guess we're gonna do an anime about pinball next.
oh man, that'd be kind of cool.
I guess that's
look into that.
I guess that's our next
Write it down.
thing to look into.
That's going on our list along with the other recommendation we got recently. I don't know if I can be heard right now.
Yeah, we'll let that marinate.
We'll look into our suggestion from the suggestion for Berserker Arena Zero is on our list.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into what that is exactly. But
yeah, we got plenty of stuff that we can dig into. There's so many anime
we
and
got
so little time.
I mean, we got a lot of time because we're gonna do this forever. Am I right?
I'm watching 24 shows a season, Gregory. I only have so much time for so much anime.
That explains why you skipped them all.
I did not watch this one.
So what's your out of 5 on this?
I give it a
10, whatever you feel like.
I give it 8.5. The only reason I give it an 8.5 is because it wasn't full length.
I could have gone for more, for sure.
Yeah.
I hope to see more, but it sounds like they kind of closed up at that point. Not the characters closed up. They kind of like had like a finale too. We're like, yeah, we could go on, but it's probably over. But
yeah, it was like to be continued in the light novel.
Okay, maybe then. Yeah. The show seemed kind of like we're not sure if we're coming back, guys. So this could be your ending. But they have adventures more. So if we need to, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I would say 9. Like I really dug it. Like character chemistry is a real big thing for me. That was really all over the place in this one. Unlike our last show with Friendly Rivalry, that was very single character, even if it kind of alternated once in a while. A good party or a good duo, it really will help out a show a lot.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, no, I think we both recommend to watch this one. So guys, go ahead and try to see if you can find it and write in the comments what you thought about it.
Yeah, it was hard. I was going through anime torrents in general, and like one was like all kanji. I was like, I don't think I know what this one is. Let's find it. Nope.
Yeah. So any last comments about this one?
I found out the Exorsister. Well, I googled it to see if I could find the other sources on it. And I told you about this already, where it was like a mockumentary, also Exorsisters or Exorsister singular. And there was also a entry on the muscle growth fetish wiki.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
From like a French cartoon that had 2 characters called the Exorsisters. And
so.
Yeah. So I don't have any actual like easy way to search for them.
No,
But they're averaging at 8.75 between us. Then yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that Kaguro's best girl, so let those waifu wars begin, ladies and gents.
Yeah, unless you really like the fat zombie, or the fat ghost lady from...
Or the grandma.
Yeah. There's some folks out there. Folks like Anna from Overwatch.
True. Yeah, so I guess this wraps up this week's Anime Daydream.
Yeah, keep sending recommendations. Got one already.
Like, comment, and subscribe our YouTube channel.
Whoa. If you do one or the other, that's fine. Let's not go crazy.
Nah, let's go balls to the wall. Like, comment, and subscribe.
If you could subscribe.
And share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Grindr is the common one I hear. Do you know what that is?
No.
I only know from context because they keep recommending it on Drug and Ugly sometimes. I'm pretty sure it's dick pic site.
Oh, Dan, don't put us on
there. It's the
there.
gay dick pic site, and like
keep us off that.
Subscribe us, and like it's always like I think it was when Drug and Ugly Troll hosted Alta de Rick and Mortis that they were like you can have this on the Hotmail, Gmail, and Facebook, and Twitter, and Grindr. Send us your dick pics and rate us on it. Like, I thought they were more on Grindr, but...
Yeah, no thanks, so...
My suggestion, though, is subscribe to our show, and then create alternate profiles that will also subscribe to it each time we make a new episode.
You don't have to go that far, you can just... Any support that you guys give us is welcome, and we just hope to continue to do Anime Daydream so long as you guys are enjoying it.
Even if I ever soften, like, a comment is like, yo, you suck! I'm like, alright, people are listening, cool. Any attention.
Yeah, I hope you don't tell us that we suck, I'd be kind of sad.
Tell us we're pretty good. You can settle on that, then.
But anyway, this is Angela.
I'm also Greg.
And this has been Anime Daydreams.
I was gonna say take it away, Sean, but I forgot to do our outro. We just stop.
Bye.